How did the slang meaning of flog come about? I've searched multiple dictionaries and etym online, but the only origin for flog that I can find is 1670s, slang, perhaps a schoolboy shortening of flagellare, flagellate. This clearly relates to its proper meaning, to whip or beat. However, in a British, and perhaps other, slang, the verb to flog has come to mean to sell, with an implication being that something being flogged is being sold quickly or cheaply. The meaning is confirmed in several dictionaries, but I am at a loss as to why the meaning has arisen. And so I turn to you. Update. I've not managed to find any further links between flogging and selling, which has led me to consider this possibility. Is it possible that the two meanings are unrelated? I had made the assumption that the selling variant was somehow derived from the same word which means to whip or beat, but perhaps it's not. Judging by the demographic from which the word appears to come from, first referenced by authors from around London, and given that its original meaning implied the illicit sale of goods, perhaps to flog something, in the sense of selling it, is a form of contrived rhyming slang. Could anyone back this up?
The OED says, see slang, orig mill. To sell or offer for sale, orig illicitly. With examples from 1919, but it doesn't give a reason for that meaning.
When you flog a horse, you make it go faster. So to flog goods is to make them move faster.
Eric Partridge, A Dictionary of Slang and Unconventional English, 5th edition, 1961, has this entry for flog. Partridge does not persuasively explain how English made the jump from flog sense 2, to beat, excel, to flog sense 3, to sell illicitly, unless you find his deriving the usage from flog the clock and flog the glass persuasive. But Partridge seems quite confident that sense 3 emerged in the late 19th century and had a military origin, and the emergence, in the services, of flog in the sense of to offer for sale, under financial pressure, suggests some underlying institutional memory of flogging in the sense of selling illicitly from several decades earlier. John Ato and John Simpson, The Oxford Dictionary of Modern Slang, 1992, has a much shorter entry for flog. Flog verb 1 trans Brit. Orig military to sell. 1919. Drabble let's go, and look at the ghastly thing that Martin flogged us. 1967, to inter and raffle to proceed by violent or painful effort. 1925. Times, lorry drivers, are being encouraged to flog on even in bad weather, 1964. Tony Thorne, The Dictionary of Contemporary Slang, 1990, seems to confirm Partridge's earlier genealogy of the term. Flog vb to sell. A common colloquialism in Britain which would still be considered slang by some speakers. The word originally referred to selling off military stores illicitly and is said to derive from a 19th century expression to flog the clock, meaning to put the clock forward to shorten the working day, later extended to other devious behavior.
Without much evidence, I suggest that to flog equals to whip equals to urge along, as in the dead horse analogy. And thus the man flogging the iffy goods was urging along the sale of the iffy goods. He was encouraging the sale of his own items.